Hello and welcome everybody to the Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. Now today I plan to have an epic battle against World War II German infantry and a T-Rex army. So we're going to choose a map. I think we're going to go for outside the city on that sort of dusty plain sort of area, and then we're going to select from the drop down menu our units. Now our units can be from fantasy, they can be from World War II, they can be animals, inanimate objects such as dresses or tables. They can be science fiction related like mechs or Jedi Knight, although they're called laser knights, and so forth. You can have medieval battles, you can have fantasy battles like with orcs, dwarves, elves. There is quite a concise list within the Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. Now, the shape of your unit as well can be dictated by the far right hand side where it says shape. Okay, 1.5 is the standard, 2 makes it even longer, reducing it from 1.5 makes it narrower. As you can see, I've put the amount of units that are totaling on the screen in the amount column next to the specific unit that I want to manipulate. Now, by default it puts all the units in the center of the map. What we're going to do is we're going to drag them over to our area of the plane and we're going to set them out in a standard battle formation. This is done by rotating, using the mouse and pointing the arrow in the direction where you want them to primarily fire. Now, this isn't a hard and fast rule. If something is coming up behind them, some of the units will turn around and fire behind them. So there is quite a bit of intelligence built in to this simulator. So we've got 4 sets of German GIs pointing outwards, and now we're going to select our opponent. So down to animals, down to T-Rex, and then we're going to set a number. Now we've gone for 20,000 German troops, and we're going to try and balance that out with T-Rex. Now T-Rex obviously is bigger than the standard German infantry unit and is quite powerful, although the on going back to over and over and over and over again, a bit like Elite Dangerous? No, I don't think so, and I think there is a novelty factor. I believe that the mod community will have to get all of it to produce more units, different maps, and once that's done and once that's released into production, I think, you know, it will give this game that extra bit of life that it needs. At the moment, it's a very good novelty, I will say. It's really good fun, and you are limited to basically how much your graphics card and your computer can handle. So I'm running this on a Pentium 7, 2.2 gigahertz, I believe it is, 2.7 gigahertz. So it was HP Envy Phoenix, and it was new about 2 years ago. But in addition to this, I say I have got a GFX 1070 graphics card on it. But as you can see, despite all of this, the Germans were overrun. So let's try and change this configuration. So I do think I've put too many T-Rex in, so let's reduce that down. They are quite a powerful unit. So reducing these down now. Let's move that rear unit to come up at the flank. So we 2 frontal waves, a wave from the left and the right. Let's change that rear German unit. I keep saying American unit, but the German unit. And move these back so it gives everybody a little bit more room as well. Okay, with that done, I think that's all we need. Let's start the battle. So now the T-Rexes are storming the German front line again, and we're seeing better results. You're getting additional crossfire at least to the front of the German formation, which is helping with the onslaught of all those T-Rexes. Look at that hail of bullets. The T-Rexes, though, are wading in, and they are coming in simultaneously from all 3 sides. The German line, however, does seem to be coping with it. I anticipate that the front formation will be decimated, but the slack will be brought up by the other 3. This now being the second battle of this session. The first one being unsuccessful against the T-Rexes. The German army was completely decimated. We can see now that the additional fire is bringing the T-Rex down. It is buying them additional time. It doesn't seem the T-Rexes can move and cover enough ground quick enough to overcome the German barrage. Yeah, and that's apparent now with the crossfire coming into play. Especially down the lengths of the lines, where we weren't getting that before because of the attack on all 4 fronts. A huge hail of bullets. As you can see, as the unit count is dropping, the frame rate is increasing. I mean, the back formation is relatively untouched. Perhaps a few little nibbles either side from a few ambitious T-Rex. Those T-Rexes getting stuck into a bit of German soldier there. So the range on the German units is pretty good. Although, you know, with the T-Rex, it's primarily a melee unit. It's close quarters. The German army, however, I think is going to be a mid to long range unit. As we can see, these T-Rex getting up a bit of speed now to enter the battle. Big piles of dead dinosaur. Starting to mount up. German units in their hold formation and not going out of their way attacking. This was a good idea for one of these things as well. For a modder to get something up in the mod community would be perhaps Zulu Dawn and Orcs Drift. I think that sort of scenario would lend itself ideally to this game. Battles against unsurmountable odds. Quite a few YouTubers have gone out there and done some War in Middle-earth and Lord of the Rings sort of type battles. Battles of the Five Armies. Assault on Gondor, that sort of thing. And that's pretty good fun. You are limited, however, just to 8 types of units you can put in on the initial screen, so you are limited, I think, perhaps in the amount of diversity you could have for your units. Still a swarm of T-Rexes attacking the German army, and the German army still laying down the lead. The battle's progressing even more now, but the T-Rex, they've lost their critical mass, it would seem, and they're getting mown down by the German battery fire. That hail of bullets, even taking out T-Rex way off the front line as they advance in a sort of column formation. As you can see, as soon as they get to one of the first German divisions, you know, they are being mown down within the first 3 or 4 rows. It's providing the German army can keep this up, this will end really well for them. Again, another jump in frame rate, I think, as more and more of these units get destroyed and are not being calculated to move on screen. Another good idea for a mod also would be Space Marines and Xenomorph type aliens. If any modders are out there, any modelers as well, hey, that's something you can do. I dare say there'll be a wealth of mod add-ons to this game. Maps, I think, are going to be the answer. More additional maps, more diverse terrain. So we're coming down to it now. It looks like the German soldiers are going to be victorious. We're down to the last couple of thousand of T-Rex. I would calculate and I anticipate a German victory. And there you go, that's not a sight you see every day. German World War II infantry being assaulted by thousands of T-Rex. Light is starting to fade. We did start this battle with the settings at 6 AM on clear, fine weather. But as you can see, it's starting to get a bit more later on in the day, and soon we're going to get dusk. And here we are, night starting to fall, and you can see the battle being illuminated now by the barrage of the German artillery fire. The T-Rex is still moving through that barrage to try and get some sort of purchase against the German infantry. But as I predicted as well, 2 fronts of German soldiers are using a crossfire method to attack the forward advancement of the T-Rex. Yeah, we're coming down to the last 100 now. It would seem. T-Rex bodies everywhere, and the German soldiers are indeed victorious. Well done, Germany. Commiserations, T-Rex. So I've been Ricardo, and this has been the Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. This has been the German Army versus T-Rex. Please check back for more videos in the series, and if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. See you soon.